Welcome to ECHE Music TV. I'm Simone Henry, and today we are going to talk about making the most of your studio time. So we're going to get ready for that, but before we get to that, our first song of the day is Calvin Suggs with Wait on Him. We'll see you back right here.
You must wait on him. You must trust in him. You must believe in him and take him at his word. You must wait on him. You must trust in him. You must believe in him and take him at his word.
You must wait on him.
You must wait on him.
You must trust in him.
You must trust in him.
You must believe in him.
You must believe in him
And take him
at his word.
You must wait on him.
You must wait on him.
You must trust in him.
You must trust in him.
You must believe in him.
You must believe in him
And take him at his word.
If he told you he was gonna do it, you need to hold on to that. I know he will come through, as a matter of fact. So don't you be discouraged, and don't you be dismayed. God is watching over you, and he'll do every word that he said.
You must wait on him.
You must wait on him.
You must trust in him.
You gotta trust in him.
You must believe in him.
You must believe in him
And take
and take him at his word.
You must wait on him.
Anybody gonna wait on him?
You must trust in him.
Anybody gonna trust in
You
him?
must believe in him.
You gotta keep on believing.
And take him
At his word. Don't you think about giving up, and don't you think about turning around. You're too close to your blessing. I can hear the victory sound. So don't you be discouraged, and don't you be dismayed. God is watching over you, and he'll do every single word that he says.
wait on him.
You must wait on him.
You must trust in him.
Lord have mercy, you gotta trust in him.
Believe in him.
You must believe in him.
And take him
at his word.
wait on him.
Anybody gonna wait on him?
You must trust in him.
Anybody gonna trust in him?
You must believe in him.
You gotta keep on believing in him.
And take him
At his word. I know you've been waiting a long time. I know you've been believing God. But don't give up on your prophecy. Don't give up on your word. I want to tell you now, you gotta wait on him.
Wait on him.
You gotta wait on him.
Trust in him.
You gotta trust in him.
Believe in him.
Believe in him. Take him at his word.
Wait on him.
Sometimes you gotta wait all by yourself.
Trust in him.
But you can't give up your hope and your blessing. Believe in him and take him at his word.
Welcome back. You're watching ECHE Music TV, where we provide tips, tools, techniques, and resources to help you in your music ministry. Today, we're going to talk about how to maximize your studio time. It's a big investment, so you want to make the most of it. But before we get to that, we're going to talk to Brandon Leafblad of Audio Fusion about his product. I think it's something that is very, very helpful for artists who are out there promoting and gigging and performing on stage, especially in churches. All right, so let's go to that video. Thank you, Brandon, for being here with me today on ECHE Music TV.
Hi, Simone. Good to be with you.
I met you at the CD Baby DIY Musician Conference. I'm not sure if you were there last year, but I went last year and I loved it so much I had to come back. And so it was really good to meet you. I was going around and checking out the vendors and just seeing what people had to offer. And I was intrigued with your product. And the name of it is Audio Fusion, correct?
That's right. That's right. And it was our first time exhibiting at CD Baby. In
Uh,
fact, I mean, it's really a brand new product. We've only been on the market now for 6 weeks. So,
oh, okay, wow. So you guys are brand new.
yeah.
So tell us the name of it and what it does.
Sure. So the company is Audio Fusion Systems. Our first product we call Audio Fusion, which is really a wireless personal monitoring system that musicians can use to hear themselves and to monitor their performance live. So basically what we're doing is we just are turning your iPhone into a wireless body pack. So you have in-ear monitoring all over Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you don't have to, so if you're on stage, um, or if I was on stage, I wouldn't have to coordinate with the sound guy in the back in order to get my monitors turned up or down or
That's
anything.
right. Yeah. So most musicians are familiar with the body packs that they see and the fancy earbuds that they see musicians wear during concerts or on television. But those wireless systems are really expensive, and so instead of plugging those fancy earpieces into a $700 wireless body pack, they can actually just plug it directly into their iPhone, and then they receive the audio over an app on their phone. So not only do they hear the audio, but then they can control their mix as well. So if they want to turn themselves up, or if they want to turn the bass or turn the electric guitar down, they have complete control over all the instruments.
Wow, that's pretty fantastic. So, um, why did you guys start this company? I mean, isn't there something like that already out there?
There are, and it just came down to the fact that all that gear, all that hardware is just way too expensive. In order to do both wireless body pack and to be able to control the mix yourself, it would cost like $1,000 or more per musician. And so we were starting off as a brand new church plant in our hometown here in Austin, Texas, and all the gear that churches use to do that it's just really expensive. And so we wanted to make in-ear monitoring affordable for any church or any band, any musician, because it makes such a huge impact on how well you perform if you can hear yourself and hear the rest of the band really well.
Right. Okay. So you can set the levels and the balance as well from because you can hear yourself as well as the rest of the band or anybody
Right,
else.
because I mean, musicians. I mean, any musician who's played in a gig where they're showing up and they're just completely at the mercy of whatever it is that the venue provides for them as far as hardware.
Hmm.
Um, they'll have wedges or speakers on stage. They have to go through a big sound check process to get the levels where they want them, and invariably they actually start the performance and it doesn't really sound good. They can't hear themselves very well, and so naturally it just has a huge impact on the quality of the performance and the confidence of the musicians and the band also. So
Okay. Now you said iPhone. So does this mean me as an Android user, I can't buy it and use it?
well, we've been in beta testing for a long time, and actually it's been about 5 years since we started the development process of this product.
Okay.
And when we first started, we actually started on the Android platform, but at that time the latency of the Android devices was not great. So we've launched now with Mac and iOS products only, but we do hope to begin beta testing the Android and PC versions of the software later this year, because the Android devices have come a long way in the last few years. So
Boy, I wonder what that says about Android. That's probably not a good thing. I'm not going to go there. um, okay, so who should buy this?
well, really, it's any musician who performs live. This can be a tool that they use Now, what we're trying to do is to make this system and make this capability affordable for any musician. And the way that we do that is really by utilizing the Mac or the laptop and the iPhone that people already use. So the main software does run on a MacBook or on a Mac, and that's how it connects to the soundboard or to the mixer and gets the original audio, multi-channel audio that it broadcasts over Wi-Fi. So any band that uses the system would need a MacBook, and they would need their own Wi-Fi router that they bring with them.
Okay.
But if you already have those things, then it's only $100 per musician, and for that you get both wireless and personal monitor mixing.
Okay, so then the musician shouldn't rely on the venue's Wi-Fi, is that right?
Correct, right. They would want to bring their own router with them and just create a little network just for their band. In fact, not even connected to the internet, just a local network that they use just to provide the audio.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So how do we contact you? How do we get access to this new?
Well, the best way is to go to audiofusionsystems.com, and you can see how the system works. We've got a couple of YouTube videos up so far that are just kind of a basic overview of the system. We also have a Facebook group called Audio Fusion Users, where a lot of the people, churches and musicians who are already using the system are talking about it, and they talking about the different kinds of gear that they are using with the system, what kind of Wi-Fi router that they have, really just users talking to one another. Because at the end of the day, we only provide the software, and because it really is a DIY kind of a solution. So you run it on your laptop and your iPhones and your Wi-Fi router and connect it either to your console or really to any console that you can connect with, either a digital mixer or some kind of digital audio interface. So.
Okay. It sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna put the website up so everybody can see it. It'll be in the notes. And thank you very much for being with us, Brandon.
You bet. No, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Welcome back. This is ECHE Music TV. I'm Simone Henry, and wasn't that a very interesting interview with Brandon Leafblad? When I saw him at the CD Baby conference and saw his product, I thought it was definitely something that I should make you aware of, because I see this a lot when artists are on stage and they're having trouble with the balancing of what they're hearing out of the monitors and out of the speakers. So it's nice to be able to control it yourself. So I am looking forward to that coming to Android and Windows as well. So we're going to take a break now. We're going to go to our second song. This song is called Open Your Mouth and Say Something by Brent Jones. We'll be right back.
Get up on your feet in here. Woo! Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Say. Give up the highest praise. Come on, come on. Give up the highest praise. Come on, saints, yeah. Come on and give it on up. Yeah. Y'all ready? If I couldn't say a word. clap your hands. But the best time of praise is when you open up your mouth. Come on. You gotta say something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, say something. Say something. Hey, open up your mouth. You gotta put something in your mouth. You gotta say something. Let's go. Say something. Say something. Say it. Soprano, say it. Woo! Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Say something. Say something. Say it. Say it. I don't hear y'all say it. Oh, Lord. What you doing with your mouth? Hey, say something. Say something. Say it. Come on, say it. Well, you gotta give it up. You can't just clap your hands. Hey, say something. Say something. Say it. Oh, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. You gotta give them the fruit of your lips. Hey, say something. Say something. Say it. Open up your mouth and say something. Hey! Hey! This one got us in trouble right here. These little interludes got us in trouble. Hey! Where my old school at? Where my old school at? If you 37 and above, you old school. Just keep that bass line going. Hey! Open your mouth! Open your mouth! Come on, Fred, let's go! You gotta open up your mouth. Give them the fruit of your lips. Hey, say something. Say something. Say something. Open your mouth. Say it. You gotta open up. Ow! Clapping is good, but you gotta get the word out. Get the word out. It's the word. It's the word. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Welcome back. This is ECHE Music TV. I'm your host, Simone Henry, and I wanted to talk to you today about maximizing the time that you have in the studio. We all know that renting studio time is very expensive, and if you don't have a studio at home, what else can you do? You need to hire a producer and an engineer and get into the studio so that you can record your songs and make your album, right? So I wanted to give you some tips for making sure that that time is spent well and that you're prepared. So my first tip is be ready to record. Know who's playing what. So if you're playing with a band, or if you've hired a band or the studio has a house band or something, that's not an issue. But if you have a band or if you have a group or something, make sure everybody knows what their role is, what they're supposed to be doing, right? Rehearse before you go. Make sure all your harmonies are already well thought out and well done. You know, you don't want your studio time to kind of turn into de facto rehearsal time. All the singers should know their harmonies. Another important thing, make sure that your legal agreements are in place. Everybody knows before you get there, what the percentage split is. Are you doing a pay for hire with your singers or with your band members, or is everybody getting a percentage? You know, who contributed to the writing of the song, who contributed to the arrangements? Make sure all of that is in place. Number 2, set realistic goals for your time. If you're going in there to record songs that are 5 minutes long, it's not going to take 5 minutes to record it. The end product may be 5 minutes, but the recording process won't be 5 minutes. There's going to be lots of retakes and overdubs and, things like that. So make sure that you are setting enough time to record your songs. Number 4, prepare your instruments. If you need guitar strings, if your piano or keyboard needs to be tuned, or you need a new keyboard, make sure you set enough time to have that all in place before you get to the studio. If you're just singing, you're not actually playing an instrument, tune your voice, because that is extremely important. You don't want to put a lot of extra work on the producer or the engineer to correct vocal mistakes as well. You want to take care of all of that before you get to the studio. Also, if you're not alone, if you're with a group or a band, designate one member to be a time manager. So if you book the studio for 4 hours, make sure that somebody is keeping you on time and kind of keeping you moving, just so you have time markers. You know, if you have specific goals for how much you want to accomplish with one session, having that timekeeper say, okay, well, we've been here for an hour, you know, it kind of keeps everybody on board, and it's an accountability measure to keep you moving forward and making sure that you are using your time wisely, and also lets you know like how much time you have left. If you still need to record a whole song and you have 60 minutes left, well, you know, you have to decide, well, can I do it in this 60 minutes? I need to hurry up. I need to stop doing whatever it is, whatever the time wasting things you might be doing are. Okay, so those are my 5 tips for maximizing your studio time. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you need help getting gigs, if you need an agent, if you need help with marketing your concert, please let me know. I am available to talk to you. My website is echemusic.com/MMA. ECHEmusic.com/MMA. We can chat for half an hour and I can learn about your goals and what you're interested in doing. We're going to go out today with our final song called I'm Wrong, You're Right by Mr. Crane. I'll see you next time.
Life is more than food, and the body is more than clothing. Dead Bobby Jones, now I'm leaving Nashville. Headed home, I'm a long way from past years. Steps of order, walking on the greener pastures. Need to change like God is a cashier. And a lawyer, and a friend, and a doctor too. It's a fixed fight, I'm overcoming obstacles. For his good, with them all as possible. It's working on the heart still somewhere in the hospital. The vital organ, he's a donor, what it's costing you. Live for the world like you don't know him, right? This awesome dude. House in the dark too, couldn't find the light and fall for truth. This is my part 2, I'm shining bright, it's overdue. So say I'm going hard for God, I can't overdo. Cycle, get my testimony. Love who up under you, lead the ones who under you. Groom the ones that's younger too. The younger me I knew, but now at 32 I go through.
I fall and try
to justify.
I laugh and cry,
but don't deny.
my faith, I'm safe.
In me resides.
I've known I'm wrong,
I'm wrong,
you're right.
I'm wrong, you're
right. I'm wrong, you're right.
I'm wrong, you're right.
I'm wrong, you're right.
Thought this thing was Burger King, had to happen my way. Serious about everything, well it's on my fate. Been on my knees while I plead, give me my break. You don't understand why I've been, and I'm not break. I cannot say it's anyone but Yahweh. Only one path to the kingdom, I know my place in heaven, that's reward for me. Must proceed with my race, victory is destined, this lesson throughout each day. Lord teach me, make me wise as I pray. Lean on your guidance, I be still, Lord, I'll wait. Made no mistakes, on your will I will obey. Regardless how I feel while I live, is that okay? I'm not the old me, I got these new ingredients. New flavor, better taste, yeah, I'm obedient. I'm not the old me, I got these new ingredients. New flavor, better taste, yeah, I'm obedient.
I fall and try
to justify.
I laugh and cry,
but don't deny.
my faith, I'm safe.
In me resides.
I've known I'm wrong, you're right.
I'm wrong, you're right.
I'm wrong, you're right.
I'm wrong, you're right.
I'm wrong, you're right. If I fall 7 times, so rise 7 more. Well done, my good and faithful, here at heaven's door. Ready for my blessings, expecting anymore. Making room for them soon, Lord. Go ahead and pour.
I'm wrong, you're right. I'm wrong, you're right. I'm wrong, you're right.
Thank you for watching ECHE Music TV. Be sure to subscribe to this channel so you never miss an episode. To receive the free gift mentioned in this episode or to have your song featured, please visit us at tv.echemusic.com.